Humility has become a lost virtue in our world. You can't find it among politicians. You cannot find it among entertainers. You cannot find it among sportsmen. Sadly, you can't find it in the church pews. And even in the pulpit, it has been ostracized. These days, nobody wants to be humble. You go into our families, and humility is not just there. There are some things like wives submit to your husbands. I mean, it doesn't exist these days. When the man too has to humble himself a little bit to the wife, it's not there. The only time a man humbles to a wife these days is when they are going to pretentiously propose to the woman, will you marry me? But after that, who do you think you are? For some time, I had the opportunity to sit in church and listen to pastors preach. And after they preach, I asked myself, is that how I sound from the pulpit? Is that the way I behave? I went and watched some of my tapes, and I realized that is the same way I behave. So I told myself, then the level of arrogance from the pulpit is a lot. And from the pews also is a lot. You know, every one of us, when we come to God's house, we must just remember we are human. The level of arrogance in the church today, the church is virtually imploding because we are talking against one another and fighting against one another. And instead of social media becoming the place of conversation from where we edify one another, we use it to attack one another. We have an autoimmune disease in the church. I'm just praying that every one of us will discover humility.